Okay, for my next section, it's going to be a straight section, but it's going to have some variation in the stitches, and it's going to be a one color section. So I'm starting out with my about 1 yard of yarn here, and we're going to do what is known on the big one weaving is a 2-1 twill. What a 2-1 twill means is we're going to be going over 2 threads and under 1. We're going to stagger this so we'll end up with an angle to the unders. So I'm going to start out with going over 2 under 1, 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 and then we end up with being at the end we're over 2. But if you look at where our unders are, we're going to want to change those. So I'm going to go over this one, over these two, which brings me under this end. So you see I'm going to be over these two and under this one. Over 2, under 1, over 2, under 1, over 2, under 1, and we're going to do this all the way across. Sorry, my fingers aren't working right this morning. Over 2, under 1, and then this edge we end up being over 1 on the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around this one, and you can see how we're under that one, we're under that one, we want to be under that one, we're going to be over these two and under this one. So we're going to go over this one, over the end, and then back under. And then we're over 2, under 1, back across the other way. And you can see how that kind of gives us diagonals going up. And this time, oh, and I've got a mistake here because I went over 2 under 1, over 1 under 1. So we're going to pull that back out. So over 2 under 1, over 2 under 1, over 2 under 1, and we're ending with an over 1. And now you can start to see the diagonal lines building there. So here, if we look, we're under this one, so we want to be under this one. So sometimes on your edge selvages, they're not going to be perfectly lined up for where you think you should be in the pattern. So you need to work with them on that. Because we're over here, we definitely need to go under it to cover around, but we want to be under this thread. So we're going to go under this one and over this one, because that's what we need to do to lock in your selvage there. But we want to be under this thread. So we'll go over that one and back under, over 2 under 1, over 2 under 1, over 2 under 1. So remember, on your edges, things may not always match up perfectly. You just need to make sure you're getting wrapped around that edge, or it won't stay in place. But you can see that our stitches are running on a diagonal here. So now I'm ending with I'm ending in over 2 here. I want to be under this one. I'm under here, so I want to be under this one next. I'm going to come, and I'm actually going to go under 2 of them to get there, because I need to be under this one to lock in the edge. And under one. And you will see how these will just fall into your pattern and aren't going to be something that's really noticeable. So now here we were under this one. So we know that next time we want to be under this one, over those two, and under this one. So we're going to go back to over, over, over. And the more you do, and the more contrast you have between your warp yarn and your weft, the more obvious your diagonals are going to be here. But I'm pretty happy with how they look there.